Ahead of the inauguration of the 10th National Assembly next week, the Senate presidency ambition of former Senate Minority Leader Senator Godswill Akpabio got a boost as the immediate past president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, asked the former governor of Zamfara State, Abdulaziz Yari, to respect the decision of the All Progressives Congress on the zoning of presiding offices in the Senate and the House of Representatives. Meanwhile, the national coordinator of the Tinubu-Shetima network in the last election, Alhaji Muhammad Kailani, on Saturday insisted that former governor of Zamfara State, Abdulaziz Yari, remained the preferred candidate for the 10th Senate presidency seat. Kailani, a close associate of both President Bola Tinubu and former President Buhari, warned against using religion to knock out Yari from the Senate presidency race. Joining us now on the show to discuss the leadership of the 10th Senate ahead of its inauguration is Suleiman Sumaila, OFR, Senator-elect representing Kano South Senatorial District in Kano State on the platform of the New Nigeria People's Party. Good morning and welcome to the morning show.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Sumaila. I hope it's right to say Mr. Sumaila or Malam Sumaila or Alhaji Sumaila. Which do you prefer, Alhaji, Malam?
Good morning, my brother.
Good morning. But quickly, let me ask you, what's your take about this jostle for leadership positions in the National Assembly, the Senate, to start with? I was wondering, NNPP, I mean, there's even no chance, although I know Section 50 of the 1999 Constitution says, you know, they shall choose among themselves. But there is even no chance that an NNPP person would get in there. But who are you supporting? What's your take? What do you think should be the way to go? Party position or legislative independence?
Well, from the first place, let me clear your position. It is very clear in accordance with the 1999 Constitution as amended. One, it is the business of 109. Everybody has the equal right, irrespective of his political party. You can lobby, ask your colleague to support you, whether you are from the majority party or from the minority party. Therefore, it is not the issue of NNPP, APC, PDP. No, it is the issue of the business of 109 from the first place. Secondly, I am supporting Abdulaziz Yari. You know, we are in business, and politics is a business of interest. Therefore, we, like minds in the 10th Senate, we decide to choose Abdulaziz Yari and to support Abdulaziz Yari to become the next Senate president of the 10th Senate, because of so many reasons. And we are using the Constitution and, of course, the Senate rules as our platform. No more, no less. And I assure you, inshallah, by 13th June 2023, we will have it.
All right, Mr. Sumaila, thank you for expressing your confidence at what will happen next week following the elections. But I had to pose a question to you, despite the fact that I had mentioned that there's some groups who believe that we shouldn't make religion a factor. But it is indeed a factor, particularly in the sense of the Nigerian, the way that Nigeria is made up of in terms of representing all people. Do you not think it would be a disadvantage to Mr. Yari that you have a president, vice president who are Muslim, and then he as well, going back to the House, wants to be Senate president? Do you think it's fair?
Okay. As I told you, we have a guiding principle. Guidance principle is our Constitution. In accordance with the Constitution of Nigeria, which we are using now, is that we have practicing presidential system of government, separation of power. We have three arms of government, executive, legislature, and judiciary. We are independent, and the intent of separation of power is to check and balance. Therefore, when you are talking on zoning, it is purely the affairs of a particular organ. When you are zoning, you will zone something which you own it. If Mr. President or APC intend to do zoning, they can do zoning within the executive. Pick president from here, vice president from another place for the smooth running of the affairs of their party or the affairs of the government. Nothing will stop them from doing so. But when you come to the legislature, yes, we can do zoning, but we can do it in accordance first with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, would give us an independence, and then the conventional arrangement. Of course, we do a zoning among ourselves. We pick Abdul Aziz Yari from Northwest, and we pick his deputy, or we are planning to pick deputy Senate President from Southeast. It shows you that we do a balancing. When you come to the religion, yes, we consider religion on what we are doing. That is the reason where Abdul Aziz is a Muslim. Of course, we will have deputy Senate President or President of the Senate, a Christian from southeastern, a southern part of the country. This is a zoning we are calling. You cannot zone in the executive and come to zone in the legislature or in the parliament. If you say so, why are you not zoning the position of chief judge of the federation, where he came from? Therefore, I totally disagree with you. Yes, you can do zoning, but make sure if you are doing it, do it within your own power. What we are saying is we are fighting for the independence of legislature. We are doing a check and balance. How can we allow the executive to dictate to us? Well, we are representative of the people. We are here to protect and promote the interests of our people.
But
and
Mr.
the executive,
Mr. Sumaila, beyond the executive, it's the party.
Yes?
It's the party. The APC has aligned the National Working Committee. So it's not just the executive. It's party. And Mr. Yari does belong to a party. And like I mentioned earlier, the former president, Buhari, had said that they should abide by what the party has decided. So it's not just an individual selecting. And he belongs to it. He's running on the platform of a party.
Let me correct you. I was with Yari when we met President Buhari, and it is there we held a very fruitful discussion with President Buhari. There was nowhere, I can swear by the name of God Wallahi, there was nowhere where we discussed such issue. It is a total lie. It is a shame for our colleague to start dropping names or creating lies. This is a lie. Nobody even mentioned zoning in our meeting with President Buhari. It is there in NTA. It is there in so many platforms. You can check. I don't think we need to do justice to ourselves. Yes, there was a day is coming where we will give account of all what we are doing. It is totally, there was nobody even mentioned zoning in our meeting. We are almost 30 when we met Mr. President. I am an NPP, some are PDP, some are Labour Party. There was nothing like zoning, nothing like National Assembly discussion. We paid a courtesy call to Mr. President or a former president because he's a leader. Most of us work with him. I worked with Buhari for 4 years as his advisor in the National Assembly, in the formation of APC, and even in NNPP days. Therefore, it is not true. It is not true. It is not true.
Okay.
Secondly,
yeah.
I keep insisting that as far as the Constitution, 1999 Constitution, which we are operating, there was nothing like party in the selection of the speakership or president of the Senate or their deputies. And there was no recognition of region or anything or religion. All what we are saying is that one or four are qualified to be president or of the Senate or deputy president of the Senate. Pardon.
Okay, very good.
I hope you understand.
We understand what you're saying. Now, here is my thought, and it's based on what Nigerians are saying. You represent, in the next assembly, you're representing a constituency in Kano. And that means the interest of the people of Kano is what will be most important to you as you go into the National Assembly come June 13th. Now, the question being asked is,
yes,
irrespective of what political party Senator Yari is coming from, irrespective of what his thoughts are, help us understand, all of us who are Nigerians, that you and all your cohorts will be representing in the National Assembly. Help us understand, when a man has been a former governor of a state, and there are questions being asked about the level of effectiveness of that individual. I am not saying he's ineffective. This is what Nigerians are saying. And they're not members of the Senate or National Assembly. They're questioning his efficiency as a former governor during his tenure. So help us understand, what is it about him that makes you say, above anything else, you feel he's qualified and he's going to be an effective Senate president? Help us understand. Give us 5 points, the things that you see, apart from the fact that he's a member of the Senate. Because anybody in the Senate who's a ranking member has the right to contest and to become the Senate president. Apart from that, what are the things you see? Please, very quickly.
Well, okay. You see, according to the Constitution and the Senate rules, Yari is qualified to contest for the Senate president because he is a former member of the House of Representatives. Not former member alone, he is a chairman, one of the chairmen in the House of Representatives from 2007 to 2011, before he became a governor in Zamfara State. It gave him an experience, he gained an experience on how to manage parliamentary proceeding. And remember, he is a governor, and at the same time, he is a Governors Forum chairman from 2011 to 2015. He is one among the equal. And when you talk one-on-one, when you engage his former colleague one-on-one, you will understand that he has the capacity to manage 109. And you need to understand that there is distinction between being a governor and a Senate president. What we are required is teamwork. You are not alone. There are so many forces which will join you in delivering in the when you are a presiding officer or principal officer in the Senate. I have a belief from what I saw when he is a member of the 6th National Assembly House of Representatives and the Chairman Governors Forum, he will add value to what we are doing. It is just the management of 109 vis-a-vis the relationship between the executive and the parliament, being the chairman of the National Assembly.
Mr. Sumaila, let's just cut to the chase. What I'm asking is, if there is an individual called Malam Sumaila, who used to be a doctor, a vet doctor, or whatever he has done in his past, it is expected that you will transit from that to being a member of the National Assembly, and whatever your achievements are as a vet doctor or as a medical doctor or whatever it is you did in the past will speak for you if you're contesting for any position in the National Assembly. What are the 5 key things that you can look at and say, these are the qualities, whether in terms of character, competence, or capacity, that you can point to, and Nigerians will say, absolutely, this man should be the next Senate president? You haven't mentioned 2 or 3 at all. I haven't heard that. Can you give us 3 or 5?
Yes, okay. I mentioned that as a former member of the House.
No, those are not. Being a member of the former National Assembly or State Assembly does not qualify you to lead the Senate. It qualifies you to lead the Senate, but I'm saying, what are the qualities of the man that you support? What are the specific things or achievement that stands him out beyond being a member of a body which qualifies you automatically? I can contest to be the president of Nigeria, but will I be the best president for Nigeria? Maybe, maybe not. There's got to be more than just being qualified by virtue of the fact that you're a member. Help us,
okay.
Please.
Let us check his past when he is a governor. I am not saying that he achieved what he intend to achieve 100%, but go and check his past in Zamfara. You will understand, or you will realize that he has achieved a lot in like rural development in Zamfara. They have 14 local government. Go and see how he connected all the 14 local government with roads, with so many bridges, so many. He has achieved a lot. The fact is there. 1. Secondly, his management as a chairman of governors forum, how he galvanized the support and organized them into one working together and achieve so many and drive so many advantage from the federal government, giving him a lot advantage. And we need somebody who will respect his colleague, who will be humble, work respecting his colleague, which I think Yari can respect us, be humble, and will organize and carry everybody together, irrespective of where you came from. Check all his surrounding now. There are so many people from different backgrounds. Some are Christian, some are Muslim. Check his friend. Check what he is doing. You will find out that he can accommodate. We need an exposed person, the one who will respect the constitution, the one who will respect his colleague in the parliament. We then need a Senate president who can abuse the institution, who can insult his fellow colleagues, or who disregard the process of the National Assembly, or the constitutional process, or the conventional process of National Assembly. We need somebody who will respect the convention, the laws, all.
Well,
and so, and
Malam Sumaila, okay, you landed on that point. But let me ask you about Kano State. You are senator-elect representing Kano South. Now, Kano is having an issue with the demolition man that has taken over the government house. That's in the person of Abba Yusuf, also known as Abba Gida Gida. He's been demolishing buildings. The Daula, I think, hotel, about 90 shops, buildings erected on the race course. Okay, is this vendetta? Because he sent the demolition machines out at 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., even before setting up the panel that he said will investigate the proprietary of buildings in those places. So what is at issue here? Is it vendetta against Ganduje, the former governor, or the rule of law? And what's your assessment? And are some of your constituents affected in this demolition spree in Kano State?
Well, I don't want to talk much about it because I'm here. I am too busy with National Assembly politics. But all what I want to say here is that let us ask ourselves, what led to the demolition of that structure you are mentioning? What really happened? There were so many court orders before stopping the last administration on taking over or demolition some of the structure you are talking about. For example, there was a petition, Daula Hotel previously, when Governor Konkoso was a governor of Kano, he transferred it to Kano University of Science and Technology. It is a center where they are training or where they are operating sub-degree programs and remedial and some certificates there. Over 2,000 students. One day, they just came, eject them from the premises, start demolition one of our monuments, Daula Hotel, transfer or disperse the student without providing another or an alternative place for them. There was a complaint from the university, associate lecturers, the leadership of the university. There were so many issues surrounding this demolition. Therefore, before you jumped into conclusion, ask yourself what led to the demolition of the structures. And I have confidence that the Kano State government under Abba Kabir Yusuf will come out with a comprehensive reason, a convincing reason to Nigerians why they are doing what they are doing. Just wait for a moment. You will see it.
All right. Well, Senator-elect Sumaila, I wanted to ask you with regards to claims or certain allegations that Mr. Yari has, or this road to the Senate presidency has been a money competition in terms of who has the highest amount to be able to spend. I just wanted you to clarify, has there been any financial inducements or perhaps conversations around that with any of the candidates?
I'm not very much.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
No, I can't.
All
Maybe
right.
repeat it.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Mr. Sumaila, can you hear me? All right. We're going to a short break. Okay, can you hear me now? All right.
Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic. So I was asking just for you to either respond to certain allegations around the fact that the race to the Senate presidency has been, a few financial inducements here and there. The highest spender is the one who's coming front. Has this been your experience? Has there been any exchange of money or perhaps inducements towards choosing the next Senate president?
I don't think so. It is very funny. We are supporting Yari, and there is an allegation, or some people are pretending or are showing that their candidate is supported by the APC and president. Then can somebody match presidency in money or inducement? It is very funny. We are supporting Yari because of the interest of Nigeria, because of the interest of our constituents, and the larger interest, the independent of legislature. All what we are saying is that executive cannot in any way impose a stooge on us. No. Yari is a former governor from Zamfara, the forest state. Compared it with Akwa Ibom, the oil-producing state. you can't even, Yari cannot even match their candidate in giving money. Take money out of this contest. We are opposition. For example, me and some of us. Naturally, we need to find a way of making sure that we make our democracy working. What money is all about. For example, now we are alleging that those who are supporting Apabio, they made a serious promises to them, giving them plot of land here in Abuja in a choice area because they have the government on their side and so many things, but we don't want to talk about that one. We don't want to talk about that one.
No, just very quickly, because that's Mr. Sumaila, I just wanted to mention, so you're alleging that former Governor Akpabio gave plots of land to certain people to support his bid towards, but your candidate didn't do anything because they can't even match up in terms of money.
I am not very much sure. That is the reason why we ignore it and take it as a rumor. But when you said that Governor Yari is given money, it is very funny. How can a single individual match government, more especially in Nigeria?
Okay.
Anyway.
Do you understand?
Okay. Mr. Yari, okay, very quickly then. So you're confirming that it was a rumor. There is an allegation that probably is unfounded in terms of promise of plot of land in any choice area. Is that what it is? Just unfounded rumor that you're hearing? Is that what you're saying?
That is the reason why we ignore it. The same way they are alleging that Yari is using money. For example, now it is very clear, I even had it from you when we started, that Yari or some of us obtained court order, court stopped some federal agencies from arresting them or stopping them from exercising their responsibility, constitutional responsibility. It is an allegation. We all allege that some sycophant around the villa or around Afabio are using everything possible to use federal might against us.
Well, Senator,
you see, it is a rumor. That is the reason why we are ignoring it. But we keep telling Nigerians, we are inviting international communities, we are inviting all democratic institutions, civil society to watch what we are doing in the election or selection of the presiding officers in the 10th Senate. We have confidence of Mr. President as Democrat. Therefore, we disbelieve the rumor. I think it is uncalled for.
Sumaila, well, thank you very much for joining us. But two parting shots for you. One, we hope that you will not be too obsessed with national matters and forget your constituency back home, because that's one major criticism of the people who go to Abuja and they forget their constituency. And then second, you were saying, oh, nobody has more money than government. Well, we have seen people in this country who claim that they made more money than government, out of government, and that they even lost money. Okay? So you never know. Senator Yari may be richer than the federal government of Nigeria. You never know. You never know. You can't be sure. Thank you very much for joining us.